All right, AVID students, welcome to your video for the week 1 agenda and assignments. Look, you got your class in gold, so that just tells you how special you truly are. You get gold lettering. Awesome. So for most of you, this is our second go around with digital learning. You had me last year and you are continuing to go through the same kinds of things that we did last year. We'll get to all that more and what these expectations for this year look like and how we're going to be ramping things up for those of you that are seniors. For those of you that are juniors, you are all new to my class and you are getting familiar, getting your feet wet with all the things that I do through digital learning. One of the things you're going to see from me every week is a video just like this one where I put together a rundown of all the assignments and the things you need to accomplish this week in a video that I send out to you in Jupiter Message. Jupiter Message is the one where you're going to be getting all the information from me, so keep on top of your Jupiter messages. Don't let things get lost in there. I will send out a video like this every week to remind you to go to the check-in meetings, which will be on Monday and Wednesday this week at 11 o'clock for both groups. Juniors and seniors will attend both meetings this week. We'll talk about what that looks like going forward in the weeks after. And I'm sure people have had me before. I have a lot of questions on, are we going to do this? Are we going to do that? We'll get to that stuff in the check-in meetings. But I want to get everybody set with the basic understanding of how this class functions. And so we're going to talk about it here, but we're also going to talk about it in those check-in meetings on Monday and Wednesday this week. So everything starts with the online notebook. You need to understand that the online notebook is in Microsoft 365 or www.office.com. I do have a Google Classroom. If you go to my Google Classroom, all it's going to say is, don't be here. You should be going over there. And so that's all that's in my Google Classroom. I'm not going to be giving you anything through Google Classroom. Everything is going to be in the online notebook. You need to know how to get into it. You need to know how to access it. It's going to be tricky at first, but once you get in and you're used to doing it, you're going to find that it's much easier. You're going to be turning in your questions and summary into the online notebook, and all your other assignments are going to be turned in through Jupiter Grades by uploading either pictures or uploading files. And that, we'll talk more about that as it comes to. So let's get into the online notebook. So let's switch over here. Okay, so this is the online notebook for AVID. 11th and 12th graders have the same notebook. What's the difference? So once you get in here, this is what yours is going to look like. It's going to look like this, except you're not going to have all these names here, all these beautiful, wonderful people. You're going to have just your name. You won't have this teacher-only section, because obviously that's just for the teacher. Collaboration space, we have used that in the past, but not very often. So that one's going to stay closed most of the time. That's a space where you get to type something, I get to type something, and we get to all kind of see each other's stuff. What you're going to be using most of the time is this one right here. It's called Content Library. Okay, Content Library. Once you click on that, you'll see that juniors have one set of curriculum and assignments. The seniors will have a different set of curriculum and assignments. The third section is called Class Information. And so if you click on that, you're going to see that there's a couple different pages here for different things. This is the blank template for Cornell Notes, Questions, and Summary. We're going to talk about that in the meetings this week. I'll go over it. For those of you that have never done Questions and Summary before, this is junior year AVID. I'm expecting you to jump in and be ready to go. Typically, AVID students have had at least AVID for 1 or 2 years before coming into their junior year. So all that stuff was really explained in the first 9th grade and 10th grade years. And so now as a junior, it's time to go. And as a senior, you're like, I'm ready to go. Let's do this. The next page is an example of what those questions and summaries should look like when you are done. You can see that each class, 3 questions, summary, 3 questions, summary, 3 questions, summary. Math, there's 3 problems and 3 problems solved. You can do that for math, world geography, or other classes that you may have. And that's the thing, you're all gonna have different classes because at the junior and senior level, everybody really starts to spread in their own direction. Next page, and I'm going through all these because this is important for you to know. Daily schedule classes. This is what the district has put out as to your daily schedule. So if you're seeing this before the school year starts, then your first period class, your third period class, and your fifth period class happen on Mondays and Wednesdays. Your second, fourth, and sixth happen on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We'll get into Friday in a second. The classes are set up for an hour and a half each. Now, what does that mean is going to be happening during that hour and a half? Your teachers have been told to do about 30 to 45 minutes of what we call synchronous learning, basically video chat. So we're not going to chat the entire hour and a half, and we shouldn't just never talk to you. So it should be about 30 to 45 minutes during this time slot that they're going to chat with you. For instance, you have me period 3. So the time period is from 10:40 to 11:10. I just picked 11 o'clock and said at 11 o'clock, we're going to log in through Google Meets. We're all going to sit and chat, and I'm going to go over stuff on those check-in meetings, and I'll talk about that a little bit in a second, from 11 to 11:30 on Mondays and Wednesdays. Your 5th period might be a different time. Your 1st period might be a different time. So you got to check with each of those teachers and make sure you understand what they're doing, okay? But that's the basic schedule. Friday, what is Friday? We're still kind of figuring that out. There may be teachers who are holding classes on Fridays. I don't know if that's what they're supposed to be doing. The way I understand it is that that is a day for me to reach out to folks who may be struggling, set up one-on-one meetings, one-on-one phone calls, call their homes, figure out what's going on, how can I help more? And so I'm not going to be running classes on Friday. Your attendance on Friday is going to be based on your attendance during the week, and I'll talk more about that when we get into the check-in meetings. But I'm not planning to run a 30-minute video conference on Friday. I'm going to use that time to help folks, reach out to folks, answer emails, answer texts, do what I got to do to keep you guys all on pace. And especially for the seniors, Fridays are going to be the days where you really get a chance to get one-on-one with me, ask me about certain college applications, certain things you need to do. I don't understand what it's asking me to write, that kind of stuff. And so that's going to be very important for Fridays. All right, check-in meetings. So I've been talking about what is a check-in meeting. So these are the meetings where you have to log in. And so if I can spell things correctly, there we go. This is the link to the check-in meeting. It's the same link every Monday and Wednesday at 11 o'clock. If that's not working, you can always copy and paste this up here. If you want to just link in through just audio only, there's the phone number and then the PIN number once you get into the phone system. So you could just go audio only. You could go through phone. That's fine. Here's the only problem with audio only. You're going to have to reach out to me and let me know you were there because I'm not going to have a list. So let's talk about it. You're like, wait, I have to go to these meetings? Yes, you have to go to these meetings. The district and the school is expecting that you're going to log into these meetings. They're going to be taking attendance at these meetings for all your classes. And so how am I doing attendance? Well, we're going to go through Google Meets. We're going to log in as a meeting, and then I'm going to expect you to type something in the chat. Good morning, hi, how you doing? Something like that. And then at the end of the meeting, I will print out the chat sheet, and I'll know exactly who was there based on who wrote something down. So if you don't come to the meetings, you're going to be marked absent. If you come to the meetings but don't put anything in the chat, you're going to be marked absent. And so that's going to be an issue with attendance and the main office. What comes of that? Are they going to give you Saturday school? I don't know. I have no idea what they're planning to do with that. I'm just letting you know what I'm going to be doing on my end. And so we'll get to that a little bit more. Okay? The first week, I want both juniors and seniors to be ready and attentive and ready to go. But once we get into the regular meetings, seniors, you're going to check in with me on Mondays from 11:30. So everything I'm going to talk about on Mondays is going to be just senior stuff, answer your questions, help you out. On Wednesdays, it's going to be just juniors, and help you out. Now, what I need you to do, though, is I need you to log in every day. So if I'm a junior on Monday, I need to log in, say hi in the chat, and then you can bounce. You don't need to stay there and listen to all that stuff. You're more than welcome to, of course, but you don't have to. Seniors, I'm going to need you to log in on Wednesday, type in the chat, how's it going? And then you can bounce. But, you're welcome to stay too. Of course, I don't know if you need to redo the junior year. And so why is that? Because attendance. I just need to know that you're there, you're alive, you're breathing, and you logged in that day. And I'll just mark you present. So seniors, I'm going to go over your stuff on Mondays. Juniors, I'm going to do your stuff on Wednesdays. But I need everybody to log in, say something in the chat, and then bounce out if it's not your day. Okay? If you have questions, we're going to go over that again on Monday's meeting as well. Okay, what am I going to do in the check-in meetings? Again, it's just a rundown. It's kind of like what I'm doing now, running through stuff, making sure everybody's comfortable, answering questions, going over assignments. If there's a particular thing I want to focus on and teach you more about, I'll do it at that time too. But it's a good thing for me to mention right now, and my seniors are more than familiar with this. I'm not going to be able to teach you all of the week's stuff in 2 30-minute classes. So a lot of this is independent learning. Time management is key. You're going to have to stay on top of things. You're going to have to reach out and figure things out. You're going to have to reach out and ask for help. You can't just go, well, nobody told me what to do, so I'm just going to sit around and do nothing. No, it doesn't work. And if you want to go to college and be successful there, which is what this whole class is about, then you've got to get on top of finding the answers to things. And for those folks that have had me for the last 4 years, I'm very proud to say that I trust them with that. They are very proactive, engaged learners that figure out what they need to do. And when they get stuck, they don't just sit around. They reach out and get help. Okay? They don't pay me for looking pretty. They pay me to help you get these things done. So let's take advantage of that. All right, 2 more sections. Class syllabus. Okay? This is the breakdown of the class. There's a digital link. There's a PDF that you can download, and then there's pictures of the whole syllabus. We'll go over this a little bit on the class check-in meetings. One thing for the seniors to note is the distribution of the grade is a little different this year. All the time management stuff that we do, calendars and organization and all that stuff is going to be 30%. Your college prep work, and this goes for the juniors too, you're going to be doing a lot of prep work, like writing personal statements, getting together research on which colleges you want to apply to, getting prepared for possibly the SAT. I got to do some research on that. But that's getting you ready for college applications next year. Seniors, that college prep work is going to basically be your college applications. So we're going to figure out between us some way for you to document that you submitted college applications, and that's going to count that category here in the first 2 to 3 months. It's go time. College apps got to be due probably either starting the end of September, and you got until basically the end of October. And we're just going to get the UCs out. We're going to get the CSUs out. We're going to get the Common Apps out, and we're going to be done. And we're going to sit in November just going, and then we'll start the FAFSA and get you free money for school. That's awesome. And then hopefully we come back in the spring and you're starting to get college acceptance letters, and then you can start touring and see which ones you like. And then we'll be sitting here, whether we're sitting digitally or we're sitting in the classroom, you'll be sitting there in April, kind of knowing where you're going, what you're doing, finish off your classes, and then this time next year, you're sitting in a college dorm. It's awesome. Okay, so that's how grades are distributed. If you need any questions about the class, links, online notebook, I've added all that stuff here with online notebook access, YouTube videos, reaching out for help. We're going to talk about this stuff in the check-in meetings. Turning in assignments. Again, seniors, same system as last year. Everything goes in through Jupyter. For the juniors, if you haven't used Jupyter Grades to submit, you're going to be either taking pictures of paper and submitting them through Jupyter, or you're going to be making digital files on your computer and uploading them into Jupyter. Okay, but everything goes through Jupyter. There's only one thing that doesn't go through Jupyter, and that is your questions and summary. And that is going to go in these folders here on the left-hand side. So if Brian would be my guinea pig for a second, if I click on Brian's name, he has class notes section. In that section, now he hasn't set anything up yet, but he will. And I will put, or he will put all the weeks, and the notes will be listed right in here. And so I will be able to go in and check his notes by just clicking this section, because I can see everything you put in here. So be careful what you put in here, because I can see it. So your notes will go in here, but all the other assignments will go in through Jupyter. Okay. All right, let's get to this week in particular. So let's run to the seniors. The juniors and seniors have the exact same assignments for this first week. That's going to start to change on week 2. But for this first week, everybody's got the same assignments. All right, when you go to your week 1 page, it'll give you the dates. It gives you the check-in meeting information. Click there to enter. If that doesn't work, you can copy and paste this link. If that doesn't work, there's the phone number again. I give you a rundown of the topics. So we're going to talk about technology access, class expectations, and we're going to do class plans. A little description of the week and why we're doing it. This video that I am shooting right now is going to be linked right here. So you can click on this if you want to watch this video again and again, because you just love to see my face and you want to see it all the time, of course. So that's where that is at. The yellow, very important. This is the list of stuff you need to get done this week. So you need to take a photo from a picture that I have. I'll show you that in a second. You need to make a Jupyter message about a calendar choice. You're going to do a written statement that you and a parent sign. You're going to set up your Cornell Notes questions and summaries for weeks 3 through 9. And you are going to start working on your class plan. Notice right here, the class plan is not due this week. It is due at the end of week 2. So you can get started on it, but I don't expect you to have it done this week. If you ever forget how to turn in assignments to Jupyter, this video right here is on YouTube. You click right here and it'll link it over and show you how to take a picture through like a phone is usually best. It puts it in your photos, and then you go into Jupyter on your phone, and then you can just take the photo and put it right into Jupyter and turn it in. Easy. Okay, assignment number 1, what do you gotta do? I gave you this funky picture. Seniors, this is your picture. Juniors, you have a different picture. I want you to take a picture of this or screen capture it and submit it to Jupyter. That's it. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Why? Because it shows me that you can log into the online notebook, and it shows me you know how to upload images into Jupyter. It takes care of 2 things at once. Assignment number 2, you need to start thinking about a calendar and how you're gonna keep track of your assignments. For those of you that are new, this is how I operate. I'm not gonna tell you to write it down on paper. I'm not gonna tell you to use a certain app. You have an opportunity to now be the adult and choose how you're gonna keep track of the stuff that all your classes are asking you to do. Assignments, meeting times, dates, for events. Seniors, you're gonna need to start listing all of the deadlines for when your college applications are due. All that stuff should be in a calendar or a planner. Here are some options that students have chosen in the past. So there's paper calendars. That's fine. You want to use a paper calendar. In fact, if you want one, I can send you the file and you can print them out. There's Google Calendar if you want to do it on Google. If you want to use the app in your phone, fine. If you want to buy a personal planner that you want to write on, fine. If you want to do to-do lists with dates, it could get really long, but if that works for you, I know a couple people who use those, fine, works for me. If you want to do those to-do lists digitally, I have a digital to-do list on my phone. That's fine too. And if you want to choose something that's not even here, just run it by me and we'll see what works. But here's the one thing you need to make sure, and that's what I got up here in yellow. Make sure that it's something that you'll be able to show me for credit. Okay, so if it's a paper calendar, you're gonna have to take a picture of it. If it's a Google Calendar, you're gonna have to take a screenshot of it. If it's an app on your phone, probably a screenshot of it. Personal planner, take a picture of it. Okay, and then you'll have to upload that stuff into Jupyter so I can see that you're keeping track of things every week. So you're gonna pick how you wanna do it. Totally up to you how you wanna do it. Okay, so that's assignment number 2. You're gonna make a Jupyter message and you're gonna tell me how are you gonna keep track of your stuff. Now, you don't have to be stuck to this. If after 2 weeks you're like, man, I tried this paper calendar, it is not working for me. Fine, that's fine. Then just send me another Jupyter message 2 weeks from now. It says, hey, I'm gonna switch from a calendar to the app on my phone. I'm cool with that. But again, just make sure you know how to turn it in, a snapshot of it to Jupyter grades so I can give you credit. Okay, we're all about learning here and growing. All right, that's assignment number 2. Just send me a message and what you're gonna use. Assignment number 3, class expectations. So I already showed you that the syllabus was right here. Okay, seniors, you should peruse it. Juniors, you should definitely read it because this is all the guidelines and rules for class about grades, about cheating, about late work. We're gonna talk about that in check-in meetings. Make sure you got that. But also in addition to that one, being an AVID student, there's a contract. Okay, this is the AVID contract right here. And you can download it and take a look at it. And if that doesn't work for you, please reach out to me. I'll find another way to get it to you. But once you've read the AVID contract and looked over the syllabus, you're going to copy what I have here in yellow onto a piece of paper. Your name, Have reviewed the AVID course syllabus and the AVID high school contract. I've had a chance to get any confusions, let's spell things correctly, any confusions clarified by reaching out to Mr. Charlton if needed. He can be contacted with the following information. I want you to write this down so you know exactly how to get in contact with me. For those of you that don't know me yet, text is the best way to get a hold of me. Quick, fast. I can usually respond to that pretty quick unless I'm busy doing something else. Phone calls, you can try them. I will try to answer them, but I might be in meetings, things going on, who knows. Email as well, you can send me emails, but the emails don't get checked as fast as a text. And then you can send me a Jupyter message. That's about the same as emails because they come in the same spot in my phone. I'm usually pretty good about responding, definitely within 24 hours. I try to respond to stuff as soon as I see it. If I don't know the answer to something, I'll at least respond back with like, I'm working on it. Let me go check on that. I'll talk to somebody. So I try not to just leave you out there hanging for more than a couple hours. But if you text me at 4 in the morning, you can expect that you will not get a response for a while. That's just going to be how it goes. Okay. So you're going to copy that on a piece of paper, take a picture of it, upload it into Jupyter. That's assignment number 3. Assignment number 4, we're going to do this together. If we have time on Monday, if we don't have time, we'll do it on Wednesday. We'll do this together. I'll show you how it's done, but basically you're going to go into your names here and you're going to set up your class notes. I'm going into Angelica's right now. You'll set up all your weeks from weeks 3 through 9 for all your templates and your class notes. So it's all set up and you don't have to set it up. You just have to fill it in. Week 3, yes, class notes are starting on week 3. So not this week, not next week, the week after. In case you were wondering about that. All right, let me go back down. So we will do that. That's assignment 3 is to set those up. You don't have to submit anything once you make them on your class notes. I will just go into the online notebook and I'll check every person. If you got them, then you get full credit. If you don't got them, you don't get full credit. That's just how it works. All right, and those are the dates for all the weeks. And these are all the instructions on how to do it step by step if you need them. All right, last assignment, class plans and study buddies. We're going to talk more about study buddies in the check-in meetings, but class plans, the folks have been with me, you know they do this at the beginning of every year. We break down every class on like what do they expect, what do they want from us. It looks like this. If you don't have the ability to download and print it or download and fill it in, I will show you on another video. Did I set it up? Yeah, video right here. There'll be a link to a video right here that shows you how to create this on a separate piece of paper. Once you've done it for periods 1, 3, 5, and then 2, 4, 6, you'll take a picture of both pages and turn it into Jupyter grades. Again, if you print it out, great. If you want to do it digitally and upload it, great. If you want to do it on a piece of paper, take a picture, upload it, great. Again, independent learning, you choose how you want to do it. And those are your 5 assignments this week. I think the only difficult new stuff is going to be the check-in meetings. That's going to be new for a lot of us. So make sure everybody this Monday, even though it says just seniors, everybody this Monday will be there at 11 a.m. Click here to enter. And if you don't know how to get to this online notebook, I'm going to be sending another video with the Jupyter message this week that shows you how to log into the online notebook, and I'll go over it again on the check-in meeting on Monday. And that is it. I will see everybody on Monday at 11 o'clock, and bring your questions. We'll talk more. Have a good one.